The Prophet ﷺ said that there's a surah inside the Quran, or the person recites that he should kana yaqra'u kulla layla, every night. He'd read 2 surahs before going to sleep. Surah Alif Lam Mim Sajda, the 32nd chapter of the Quran, and Surah Al-Mulk, the 67th chapter of the Quran. Every night we'll read them before going to sleep. And some ulama, they try to decipher the sir. What is the reason? Why these specifically, these 2 surahs? First, you find that both these surahs contain 30 ayat. Alif Lam Mim Sajda contains 30 ayat, and Surah Al-Mulk contains 30 ayat. وَجَعَلَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ قَلِيلًا مَا تَشْكُرُونَ. This ayah occurs in both of these surahs. Identical verses inside both these surahs. And in general, the theme of both these surahs is identical, is the same, about the human being, about the purpose, the intent of the human being, why the human being was created. And only as a side point, only one other surah inside the Quran contains 30 ayat, is Surah Al-Fajr. So whoever reads this surah every single night, it becomes a form of protection for that individual. In other narrations that we find, whoever reads this surah, reads these 30 ayat, it becomes a protection for that individual from adab al-qabr, from the punishment of the grave. As we mentioned, al-munjiyah, that is certain things inside the Quran, that if a person carries them out inside their life, they become a form of protection for that individual. Just like Ayatul Kursi, al-mu'awwidhatayn become a form of protection for that individual. So Surah Al-Mulk becomes a protection for the individual, because awwal manzil min manazil akhirah, the first station of all the stations, is what? Al-wahshatul qabr, is the emptiness, is the scariness of the grave. That's why you find he encourages us, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to recite this surah every single night. Al-mani'ah, the one that prevents, the one that protects. That's why Ibn Kathir inside his tafsir, he begins to discuss some other weak narrations about how Surah Al-Mulk will protect the individual. And once again, these narrations are weak. But it just mentions inside there how the Surah Al-Mulk, when the angels will come to punish this individual, it will be on their face, it will be in their mouth, it will be in their heart. It will prevent that a punishment coming upon the individual. That is Surah Al-Mulk. And you find other authentic narrations that it protects the person from the punishment of the grave, from the punishment of the fire inside the grave. That's why Ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullahi, based upon all these narrations, he said, Anna Jami' al-Ummah wal-A'imma, the whole of the Muslim Ummah and the Imams, they believe in that when the person enters the grave, Amma al-Adhab or al-Na'im, that when a person enters into the grave, there's either going to be bliss or there's going to be punishment. No 2 other things, no, nothing else. One of these 2 things for every single human being on the face of this earth. It's either going to be bliss or there's going to be punishment. Likewise, Imam Nawawi begins a whole long discussion when speaking about Fada'il al-Quran, speaking about this surah. In Risala, Doctor, and Ta'liqat, and the Shaykh begins to mention, Imam Nawawi makes a long narration studying about what is adab al-qabr, protecting oneself. Numerous passages inside the Quran prove to this point. Because why do we highlight this? Because we live in this modern world that even Muslims have this perception that these things are figment. Asatirul awwaleen, these are ancient tales. There's no such thing. If we dig up the grave, there's no punishment there. There's no physical punishment there. Scientists say take mercury that moves upon the slightest element of fraction of movement, place it in the grave. We didn't find no movement. Because they, as the Quran says, ما كنا نعقل أو نسمع ما كنا في أصحاب السعير. Allah refutes these people. Because they think they have aql. They are uqala, they're intelligent individuals. Intelligence is to see the Quran, to see the message of the Quran, not to believe that everything that physically that exists highlights that this is a reality. That's not iman billahi subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's many things that are hidden from us. Many things. Allah wants to see that, will you really believe? Are you going to believe at the final moments of your life? Are you going to believe in waqtul gharghara? Are you going to believe when your soul comes to the top of your throat? And then when you see the angel of death coming and approaching you, coming towards you, are you going to say then now I'll believe like Fir'aun? Al-an waqad asayt. Now Fir'aun, you want to believe now at this moment of time. Now he's seen the angel of death. He's seen the image of Al-Akhirah. As it opens up, the space opens up, he sees the transition of moving from this world into Al-Akhirah. He's seeing that now. And when you begin that journey of moving into Al-Barzakh, there's no returning back. There's no what people speak about near-death experiences. When you die, you die. Allah might give you certain symbols in this dunya to awaken you. وَالَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا, created death and life. Because أصل